And if you need a dub, come to me, place your order, I'm the motherfucking plug. Bitch, I got that work, I got that sauce, I put in that work.
Hey, y'all, aka Promotions in the building. Thank y'all for joining. Before we start this live, I just have to give a special shout out to my family stole my identity. You see, I have you tagged in this live on Facebook. I just want to give her a bunch of props, show her mega love, and everybody that's on Facebook, if you can, please go and follow her. Go check out her videos. Go support. All right, now we have a special second-time guest in the building. So shout out to Xikani.
Xikani.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll get it right. Xikani. It's nice to have you back again. Thank you for wanting to come back. I definitely enjoyed the first time when you came. You have done a bunch of things since the last time you was here. So we basically just gonna go into that. Let them know what you've been doing. We are going to do Heel Fest last. We're gonna speak about that last.
Okay.
So definitely let them know about the shows and what sparked your new look and your new image that you're putting out right now.
So I'm working on my second album.
Okay.
Congratulations. Thank you. My second album is called Catastrophe, and it'll be dealing with. So my first album, my debut, which came out September of 2023, that was based on my childhood mostly, like very nostalgia-based things about my childhood and the origin of how exactly I got to the point of where my mental health started deteriorating.
Okay.
So it was like an origin story, And then my second album will be written in the perspective of my teenage self, where we're getting it all into the middle of everything, like where the whole depression and the whole rebellious things and all that. And those were dark years, so that's what the new look is about. Definitely.
Okay, so you're basically reflecting on your teenage years and how life was then.
Definitely, and not only that, but also because I'm getting into more of the grunge era now, so it's not gonna be as my music.
Definitely. Sorry to cut you off, but definitely explain your look.
Yeah,
so you got the cane,
but the cane represents bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Period. Like, I could curse, right?
Say, feel free to. It's okay.
Alright, so bullshit. I gotta let them know. Don't play with my name. Don't what I'm saying? Like I'm leveling up basically.
Okay.
I'm coming for the industry.
Okay, so what are the venues? Because like I said, I've seen you doing a lot of performances. So what are some of the venues that you've been performing at, and what made you even want to go to those spots and perform?
So like I know that we'll save Heel Fest, but for last, but I kind of want to shout out like all the open mics and showcases that paved the way for me to be inspired, for me to like put something together very unique and very that was so like touching the people, and now the people that were there, they're asking for another one.
Yes.
Definitely. So I'm like, okay, it worked.
Congratulations
what I did worked.
on that. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, that's a big deal.
Thank you. So to start, some of the open mics, shout out for Pure Art, Steve's Geek Productions, Mike Flex, Be Here Loft, believe What the Fuck Tuesdays. Shout out Nani. Who else? There's a bunch. The New Yorkers Poets Cafe.
Okay.
It's a very historical place.
Okay.
A bunch of other places I'm trying to think of. Coexisting Gaming in Times Square, I think it is.
Okay. Have you done anything out of New York? Like, have you?
Not yet. Nah. Actually, no. I did once in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was at a cafe and all.
How was that experience being?
It was chill. It was chill, but it wasn't like nothing major. But it was definitely chill. It was like a small open mic.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I was living in Houston for a little while.
Okay. How do you see the your audience differs from New York to Houston people?
I mean, I wasn't in Houston for that long, so
Okay, so your
I don't really.
music didn't
Yeah, I didn't really have a chance to really, you know.
push it out
Yeah.
there. Like, okay.
I was only out there for like vacation.
Well, you went out. Okay, so you was out there for vacation and you just performed. Like you just went there and asked.
Yeah, I was
if-
like, yeah, I had
Oh,
a couple.
okay.
I had my cousin there. He was like, yo, you should. I know a spot where you could go to, you know, perform, do your thing. You know, it's like,
Okay.
all right, cool, let me do it. And you know, I got a couple people's Instagram, but not so many. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well that's still good. You out there. All
definitely,
right.
definitely.
Any places that you are looking forward to going to, performing at, and
I want to go. I want to go to Cali. I want to definitely go to Cali.
Okay.
I want to go to Atlanta, probably.
Okay. The hot spots, yeah.
Yeah, I like hot spot. I don't really like the cold too much. But I mean, I'm here in New York, so you know.
You deal with it.
Yeah, I deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a true New Yorker. Taking the subway, you know, and all that.
Yeah. How do you feel about the subway? Speaking of the subways, how do you feel about it? Like, do you feel safe when you're on the train?
Yeah. No, I get tight at the MTA because, like, I don't know. Maybe it's not their fault, but like, I'll be trying to get home after work, and I get home really late. So, you know, when they do all this, you have to transfer here because this train is out of service for the night. I'm like, oh my god, bro.
Yeah, that is a pain. Do you pay? You could be honest.
I mean, I hop sometimes, but when like the cops is there, I'll be like, all right, maybe I should like
just go get this metro and stop playing.
Yeah.
Or swipe my phone. Let me just pay this.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would
okay.
just do it for the one time. I would be looking around like,
I be nervous. Like, I be wanting to be on that kind of time, but I just be like,
oh my god, like.
I do not want to deal with anybody. Excuse me, from out the corner somewhere. Like, nah, I don't want to be that person.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a funny story. When I was, and shout out to Jay because he know my homie Jamie that live streamed Heel Fest. He was there at the time that this happened, where we was both working. We got out. We went to the train station to go home, and we was gonna hop, but the train was coming. I didn't see the cops there. I jumped and they gave me a ticket. I was like, damn. I thought I was gonna retire, but I'm just yeah. I thought I was gonna be a retired hopper, but now I'm like just more smarter. Like I'm like I gotta look now. I'm looking around now.
And all that looking around just takes time. I'd rather just pull my phone out. Here you go, and I'm on my way. Like, yeah, we ain't got time.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually break down your look again, because you went past that real quick. So the cane, I know you said it goes into your teenage years.
Well, no, the teenage years part would be probably the coat to show the rebellious side.
Okay.
The cane would be just a symbolization of bullshit, you know, just you know, to let people know I'm leveling up. I'm coming for everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming for the crown, basically.
For those who don't know, and we don't have to dive too deep, but you know, just give them a little hint of how your inspiration came, because you say you take it back to when you was going through depression and dealing with certain things in your life. So, you know, kind of share that with people, and you know, briefly, and let them know how you came out of that. You know, how you came out of that depression and, you know, whatever you might have been going through.
Oh, well, I'm still going through that. It's just more like I know how to manage it now, you know.
Okay.
It's more like, yeah, I know how to work through it. It gets bad sometimes, it gets good, but basically, like, you know, like I said, like, it started off in my childhood, going into my teenagers, and I think listening to music kind of, you know, put me in a position where, okay, maybe I could do something, you know, because I was like singing, and I used to write poetry, and I used to turn those poems into songs. I was like, this could be. Let me see what I could do. I used to record. You know, it was funny. I used to record on a Nintendo DS. I did my first song on a DS.
Oh wow!
So I was like, wow, okay, let me see it. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? I kept going, even though anything that I released before 2020, I've been doing music for 10 years.
Okay.
So I started like maybe around when I was in 8th grade, probably like no, yeah, 8th grade. I would say like 2013,
Okay.
2012. Um, and but I didn't get good until like 2021, like after post quarantine, like once we were getting right out of it, and we was just like anything that came before 2021 was not good. It was I'm sometimes I'm embarrassed, sometimes I'm like,
well, those were that was your prepping time. That was the time for you to make the mistakes and trial and error and all of that.
Yeah,
so
definitely. Definitely. I really I'm proud of myself because I got good. Like I got really good ever since 2021. Like, and my debut album like got good reviews. I'm proud of myself.
Okay, that's what's up.
And lately, the most recent tracks that I've been putting out, I've been proud of myself as that, like, for the quality and like me practicing my vocals. I'm messing around. Like now I know I can scream. Now I've been practicing that scream.
Okay.
Yelling, trying to yell more in my tracks, trying to project more.
That was gonna be my next thing. How does it feel performing your songs live?
It's crazy. I used to do a lot of backing track, but people say, "Yo, you look better with a band." I'm like, and ever since and this is shout out to Beth, Urban Art Beat. I did my first show with a band, and it felt good. So I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should do more band instead of backing track. I don't know. I guess for my genre, it does, look better with a band, instead of backing track. But I mean, I like going to open mics, and so I have no choice but to do backing tracks for some of the open mics because you only get. I'm not gonna have a whole band come, just for that, like a 3-minute song, We would for band stuff, it would have to be like probably like a 20-minute set or 30 minutes max, or maybe more than that.
Yeah. But a performance that you're doing, not just
But for like a quick 3-minute, I could do back. I'm still do backing track.
Okay. You know how to work both. That's good.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good. Were you nervous? Like, do you still get nervous when you're, performing and you got all these people just looking at you?
Nah, not at all. I just be doing my thing. Like I love the crowd. I love people. So it's just like it makes me feel good being on stage. I've always I think I have a stage addiction. To be honest, like I sometimes I go to open mics, expecting. Sometimes they be having these and no offense, but they be having these lottery sign-ups where like, if you pick a number. If that number gets called, you get a spot.
Okay.
But I'm not really a big fan of that.
Like those.
I'm not really. But I have a stage addiction, so I'm like, I want to be on stage bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't not come here for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
right.
I need to be on that stage.
Wow, that's what's up. I definitely commend you for that because not a lot of people are able to burst out of whatever bad times that they're going through and still be like, I want to do this. This is my passion. So, that's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I would say maybe like 6 years from now, I won't be doing music. I think I'll be venturing into other things. Like, I really do think that the music will be at some point just a temporary, type of career thing.
Okay, but, so that's not the major goal.
It could be depending. It could be, but I have it has to be on some certain conditions. I have certain conditions and like principles. Like it would have to be depending.
Right. Yes.
Because I like I said,
stand on those.
I don't really like the industry too much. I've seen a lot of bad stuff from it. So so 6 years from now, I think I want to be doing film writing. I want to get into film a lot. Maybe try acting.
Okay.
I be watching movies. That's all I do. If I'm not doing music, hanging out with my friends or eating whatever, you know what I'm saying, going out to eat, I'm usually at home binge watching all the time. Like that's all I do, just watch movies.
Okay.
So I think.
You have any ideas?
Actually, I do. I'm in like, what do you call it? The beginning stages of writing a script for this one film that I want to do.
Okay. Don't share too much of it, but
I won't,
don't.
But I can say that it's gonna be a very special project. It's gonna deal with mental health as usual.
Wow.
It's gonna send a message.
And I also, yes, I have to commend you for that, because I don't know if you've watched any of my other shows or anything, but I'm big on mental health. I'm big on just just being understanding,
Right.
and knowing that everybody has something, is dealing with something, and
Right.
and just to be a little understanding, it just goes a long way. So the fact that you're into stuff like that, that's why I said I wanted to keep Hill Fest last, because when I watched the video, I was moved. Hearing the stories, I was watching you perform, watching other people's perform, and shout out to everybody that was there. Definitely
Right.
shout out to
S.STREET Media for
everybody
helping
that was there.
organize.
Yes, and I think it was a great event, and I think more events should be like that. The crowd that came out for that was incredible.
You know what's crazy? I was so happy because I wasn't expecting so many people. I was like, I don't know how. I was kind of doubting. I was like, a little bit of people might come. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might be, because this is my first.
You get surprised, yeah.
So I was like, wow,
that just
we
goes to
packed it
show
up.
you how many people are just dealing with things, and that's a relief. The poetry, the music, the testimony that people was given.
I now realize like my purpose now, like cause at first I didn't want to go mainstream. I didn't want to I was just doing music for fun.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, now I know like what I gotta do.
Yeah. What your purpose is for doing it.
And this event, now that I know that I have the support of an entire community, I think now that I know the next steps, like I'll be like, all right, so let me try to see what I can do for other artists and for people, try to open doors and make things different.
Yes.
And not make things so hard, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
I'm, you know what I'm saying, I've seen things like I be going to these
throw
shows.
the claps for that. You gotta throw the claps for that, because people a lot of times be thinking that something is going to diminish in their shine, or their business is going to go underwater if I support this person, if I like their post, if I share it, I'm going to be ruined from that. So the fact that there's other people out there that feel that way, similar to myself, that's not looking for anything. It's just like, I want us to win. I want us to win. I don't have to be your best friend. I don't have to talk to you every day, but you're another human being. You're another person that's trying to make it, and I support that.
All right.
And,
That's
it's sad that more of us are not on that level.
That's why one of the things that I'm trying to see what I can do going further when I'm hosting is make sure that the artists get in for free, like they don't have to pay to perform at all. That's one of my goals, is making sure the artists don't have to pay to heal. You shouldn't have to pay to heal yourself.
Oh, I know, that's right.
So
that's
like
what's up.
And no shade to other showcases or open mics, but I just believe that artists shouldn't, like I said.
Your thing is different.
Yeah,
you don't even have to apologize to other people, because what they do is what they do.
Yeah.
You coming in on your own thing. So, and you see it's supported. It's definitely supported. So I say keep it up. And since we are talking about the Hill Fest, when idea do you think you're gonna do another one?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna make a yearly thing now.
Once a year?
Yeah, once. I wish it could. I wish it could be monthly or every week. But I think the way this is bigger than any regular open mic or any showcase.
I personally think you should definitely have at least 2 this year.
2.
If you can, if possible. You should at least,
Yo, y'all comment down and let me know. Let me know if we should do 2.
Know if he should have 2 Hill Fest shows
every year.
And it basically it showcases artists, it showcases poets, it showcases all type of musicians and people who just want to give their testimony and just be a positive light to somebody else. So yeah, definitely. AKA Promotion supports that all day. So, but what other info do you want to share, or what other stuff are you working on that you want to give some more info on your cane? Cause you had some words, you about it before we started, and I told you to hold on. So.
Oh wait, what was the question though? I forgot the question because I know you had. There was the question that you had though.
It was about the cane.
Oh, I told you, boss. You know what I'm saying? Like
The
me
whole.
leveling up. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Just
okay.
me
So
leveling
that's
up.
it.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
making a statement. You know, kind of just letting people know, like I'm not here to play anymore. You know.
Okay, I
I'm
know
coming.
that's
I'm
right.
coming for the crown. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is that I'm gonna try to change the industry. I know that some people are looking to do the same, but you know I have a certain vision too. You know, so hopefully there are other people that agree or want to do the same thing or the vision aligns. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I'm so comfortable with working with S.STREET Media because you know like the vision aligns. You know, it's a shout out because you know they helped organize and you know it was just. It was great to have them, you know.
I'm sure, because I got the chance to experience that dealing with my first event with S.STREET Media. So, yeah, the professionalism, the fact that he's just kind of seasoned in this business. So, yeah, it's a much easier time, you know, without the BS, you know, it's straight business and you're going to get what you get, you know, like, so,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I love it.
Definitely, yeah, because, you know, like I said, I want to change, I'm going to try to change the industry because, like, you know, there's some things that, you know, needs change.
Well, I think it can be done. I definitely think it can be done. And, we was just having a conversation about this. It's unfortunate, but a lot of the things, a lot of your ventures that you're about to do, you know, you have to keep private.
Yeah,
You can't
definitely.
share
Yeah, definitely.
because you know you never know who's lurking and trying to do something, you know, backhanded or whatever. So,
Definitely.
you know, it's like I'll let you guys know. Like, you know, maybe 2 weeks ahead of time.
I try not to speak too
like,
much.
yeah, y'all can know, like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Something like that when everything is finalized and solid. Yeah, I'll let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, what's popping then.
Yeah, I try not to say too much, but I like sometimes when I know for sure that it's gonna happen, I like to like really, cause I be proud of you. Like,
yeah,
be like, you know
you
want to
share.
And
I agree.
Like, you know what, yo, this is coming. Like, I don't care what y'all and the way anybody say is gonna happen.
That's
it's gonna
right.
happen for sure.
That's right.
So, you know, like I said, I'm one of those, like, if I was an actor in the film industry, I think I would get fired because I think you're not so. There's like an NDA contract that you wouldn't be able to spoil the movie, and I'm like, oh man, I'm so excited. Like, let's say if I was part of a Spider-Man movie, I would be like, oh my god, I would
giving up stuff, giving up info.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh my god, yo, like, and this is one of the things me and my homie Jamie was talking about. He was like, yo, I don't know if I could work with you on the film because like you be spoiling this stuff. I'm like, yo.
The excitement.
Yeah, definitely. I just be excited about a lot of things that I'm working on because, you know, like I said.
And that's a given. But you know what? I've learned a lot of times it's okay to be in your house and scream. It's okay to be in your house and say, yes, I did it. I got it. It's done. Yes. You know, like, or if you know, if you're religious or whatever, you just talk to God like, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. And, you know, let it all out to him.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, once again, it's unfortunate that you can't be happy and celebrate and just people just come, you know what I'm saying? They just, you know, follow suit. It's sad that it can't be like that, but you can still get your excitement out.
Yeah,
you can still say all of that stuff, you know, it's just, you know, in my house and in the privacy of these walls.
Yeah, true. I mean, you know, like I keep my private life private, like anything personal. But when I'm working on something like music wise, I feel like, you know, anybody, because I have a lot of support, you know, and I don't feel like, you know, sometimes I feel like people lurking, like some people that I don't know their intentions be lurking, but you know what I'm saying, maybe that's just me overthinking sometimes.
Sometimes, you know? Yeah.
But
definitely focus on the support.
Yeah,
because that gets you much further.
I'm always focused on like, you know, people. Like I said, shout out to everybody, all the artists that were there at Heel Fest. You know, they did an amazing job. The whole band. All the vendors, you know, everybody it was just crazy. It was lit.
All right, so I'm going to ask you now. I'm putting myself all out there. I want to be a part of your next Hill Fest.
Okay.
And I don't mean, I don't think I'm a good host. But for something like that, if you needed a host, I would be willing to be a host for that type of event.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just letting you know now. You don't have to, choose me or anything, but I'm just letting you know that you have somebody that is willing to do things like that, because I really think that is big. The fellowship of it, just people sharing, getting things off their chest, it might help them move on to another level that they wasn't able to go to before. It's just so much positive that comes out of that situation. Yeah. So yeah, definitely part of the next
I will I will have a new co-host. Shout out to JK. She did an amazing job with the band. She was one of the people that utilized the band. A lot of the other artists, I tried to get them to use the band more, but they couldn't. Some of them couldn't make rehearsal, which is fine, So we tried to use the band as much as possible, because I wanted, like I said, I wanted to have live music as well. Yeah. And me being in my genre, I feel like it fits me better, instead of backing track. I was like, let me get the live band. Okay,
yeah, because when I saw it, I was like, okay. And like I told you the first time you was here, your genre of music is not my favorite. But I can pick out what I like from anything, because I love music, period. Yeah. So I can always find something. But when I heard you performing at the thing, I was just like, oh, wow. All right. Like, I didn't know what you was really saying, I'm going to be honest. But I was, I was vibing with y'all.
Yeah, definitely. I made the whole crowd mosh pit with me. Like, I was like, it was like, just jumping around. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was like crazy. It was like an amazing way to, that one song that I did was an amazing way to close out everything with the whole mosh pit vibes, the whole.
Yes, let them know what the name of that song was and where they could find that.
Into the Deep. It's everywhere, on every platform. You could find it also on my debut album, The Punk Core Diaries, where you could find it on Spotify, Apple Music, every platform.
Okay, yeah. And let them know the name of your first. You have your first and your second album, right?
My second album is in development.
Okay, so the first.
Yeah, so the first one that's just it. Okay. The only thing I could say about my second album is it's called Catastrophe. So it's supposed to dive deeper into mental health in general, not just mine, but like the effects of. It also will have to do like the aftermath of certain traumas, like let's say after a certain event. You have to deal with
how do you deal with
the certain repercussions of that event, like the trauma, trying to the after effects basically. Yeah. So Catastrophe has to do a lot with the reason I named it that way is to address like the after effects, like what happens after, like the damage that's already been done.
Yeah, and like, how do you deal with it? Yeah. Wow. Did you ever think of, how Tubi and all of these things, they have these little, I guess, I don't know, reality shows or just, little videos and stuff. Like, you ever thought of doing something to that effect with this second album, since that is the topic? Like, kind of go into certain people and their situation and how they dealt with it and,
Like, or what do you mean, like a series?
Yeah, something, a series maybe. Or maybe just a one-time thing.
I haven't thought about that, but, since you asked, I'm actually gonna be filming a couple skits that'll accompany the album. So it'll give the album a cinematic feel. Yes. So I'm gonna, it'll be like 1 minute skits, probably 2 minutes. Okay. Just to like, it'll be like, it'll be cinematic. It'll give it a movie feel. And I kind of created my own costume. I designed my own costume. I'm going to be playing a certain character. Okay. And a character that represents how I was during my teenage years. And it'll be like a vigilante. So I will be wearing a mask. Okay. Makeup will be like, I'm not going to say too much, but it's going to look dark. It's going to look crazy. It's going to look very, I don't know if you've ever seen but maybe my audience will know what I'm talking about. The Punisher from the 2000s Marvel movie, or
He
Daredevil,
knows. Yeah,
Elektra.
they know.
Okay, those Marvel movies had a dark tone. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
they'll know what I'm talking about. So probably like Evanescence type of vibes,
Okay.
stuff like that. Like the early 2000s, where it was like certain bands had this gothic look, or very dark look, and that's what I'm embodying for this album too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
give it a movie feel.
Mm-hmm.
Be more
Get
creative.
the whole vibe with it.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that. I like the creativity. Shout out to you for that.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
So
Shout out.
we have a small audience. So I just want to, before we take this down, I just want to see if the audience has any questions for our guest.
Since you go through certain things, is there a time when you're on stage dealing with depression and like still have to fight through it, or does the fact that you're on stage kind of put the depression to the side?
I think what's crazy. I think there's been times where like I'm singing my own song and I wanna like I've had a couple songs where it's like a very emotional feel to it, where I almost cry, but I haven't come to that yet. But yeah, like the depression wise, most of the time I have fun on stage. I really like it. Just every problem disappears, like everything just shuts out, and I'm just enjoying what I'm doing.
As it should be, yes.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I have some type of stage addiction where I love performing. Like I love performing.
Like I could do this.
Hell yeah. Like, yeah. But like I said, this the only time is just like there will be certain songs that give me that, because the way I write sometimes is very. I have certain songs where it's like I touch myself as an artist. So what I write sometimes, I'm like, later on I listen to it, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. That's crazy. Like I really felt that, like, and I'm almost come to tears sometimes for certain songs that I perform.
Hey, that's all right though.
Yeah.
That's how real it is.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
that's how real it is.
That's how and that's another thing too. I think that part of this album is also the message for this album is also like nobody's perfect. So I think that going forward as a person and as an artist, I think that I'm going to shine my flaws as well. Put my inner demons for how do you say it, up front more.
Oh yeah,
like
up front, yeah.
up front more, like my bad side and my good side, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like some people, some artists in general, certain artists or just people in general, they put on this facade that they're like innocent, or like, too wholesome.
Yeah.
Like, and for me, I feel like, for me, for this album to go and execute the message right, I feel like, I have to
putting yourself out there.
yeah,
is what,
like my
yeah.
my full self, not
Yeah.
just my good side,
Yeah,
but like
you're gonna see the whole thing.
everything,
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
like everything.
I'm with you on that one. Yes,
yeah, they're gonna.
yes.
This album is like it's gonna be aggressive, dark. It's gonna, it's raw. I would say it's gonna be really raw, really real, authentic.
Oh, that's right. Wow. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Because I sit down with quite a few artists and stuff, and a lot of times not everyone kind of knows what path they're gonna take. It's just like, oh, it's I'm gonna get here. So you're just like, this is how it's going. Yeah. This is what it's gonna be. I'm preparing for this and this and this. So I think that's kind of good.
Right. Every project is always gonna have like a big. I'm gonna go bigger.
Keisha.
I'm always gonna go bigger. I'm always gonna try to elevate.
Yes.
The music. Get more creative with the project, the idea, the album.
What is the max for you? Like, what is the goal, the main goal, like with the music? Where are you trying to have it take you?
So, as an end goal or just main goal in general?
Main goal in general.
Main goal in general? All right, because I do have an end game.
Okay, well, actually, then I want to hear both, the main and the end.
Okay, so the main goal is hopefully, and like I said, I don't think that I'll have a problem if it doesn't happen, you know. But my main goal is to not only touch an entire community, but hopefully maybe the world, you know, to go expand, you know, like I said, hopefully perform outside of the U.S., hopefully perform other, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Just be big,
Yes.
you know, and obviously
Yes.
still be humble, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I have certain principles and conditions on whether I'm gonna ever work with a label or not, you know. Like there has to be, and I don't have a manager, you know, I don't have, you know, but I'm doing this by myself, you know, so
Yeah.
I'm just like, but I know certain things, you know, and certain things I'm still learning
Yeah.
as I go along. Um, I never had a father, no guidance, no father figures. So I'm just teaching myself and I'm just learning. I'm
Learning,
observing
like,
everything, you know. So I'm just like, you know, learning here and there what's wrong, what's right, what's
yeah.
best for me and my mental health, what's best for others, you know.
Yes. Yes. And see what you said is a big thing. What's best for others.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't go there. It's
Mhm.
me, 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 me,
Yeah.
me. And it's really hard to do anything by yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's your view, your outlook on things, life, your music. I love. Like I commend you.
Thank
I
you.
really, keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Sometimes people tell me like, man, you gotta like, you know, chill. Like, don't. I have a thing where I like to put people before the world before myself. I know it's not good all the time, but
Yeah.
it's just a habit of mine. It's
It's
just a habit. Like I try not to too much, but it's a habit, you know. And like
yeah.
with the artists for Heel Fest, I was always checking up on them, like during the come up, like during the when we was just like, you know, getting everything
Together.
together, you know, during those days, those weeks that we were
Yeah.
preparing rehearsals. I was just like, you know, all right. And you know, as a host, I also wanted to implement anything that the artists wanted me to do during the show. I was like, hey guys, if y'all want me to if y'all have any ideas that y'all want me to implement and make part of the agenda of the show,
Yeah.
let me know. I'll try my
Yeah.
best to make it part of that.
Add it in there and
Yeah, add
stuff.
it in there
Yeah.
because I want the artist to have a voice too. You know, I
Yes.
might be the host, but it doesn't mean like
Want them
it's
to
all about
feel
me.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted you here.
Yeah,
You
I
make a
want them.
difference, and your
Mhm,
word and what you want means something. It matters.
mhm,
Yeah, definitely. Because I hear a lot of artists say that, like they don't be feeling appreciated, and
mhm.
if they go somewhere, they feel like they have to be like this straight. They can't be
Yeah,
themselves. So the fact that you allow them to do that is great, and that's probably another reason why the performances are what they are,
right.
because people already feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So they're already like, oh yeah, we're with this. We going.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's
So
another reason why a lot of people showed up because you know they felt confident. I feel that
yes.
that it was gonna go well. You know,
Yeah.
like
And then your energy, I could just imagine you was
yeah,
probably hitting people up and
yeah,
checking on them. You feel all right? You okay?
yeah,
So
definitely. I was like always in touch with everybody, the vendors, everybody,
yes,
just to make sure that you know they was doing their thing, they could do their thing.
yes,
You know.
that's what's up.
Because like I said, I was my main goal also was to make this the most unique showcase, like make it different than any. How I was like always coming up. I have a crazy imagination. I've always been like this as a kid, like me playing with my toys, my Legos. I was always like, how can I make this like different?
Yes.
Like how can I like make this fun? So I do that with music. I do that with anything that relates to music. Try to make it different. How can I be a different artist?
Yeah.
What's funny? I used to rap just a little bit. But the thing about when I was rapping in high school, I used to be in a couple rap battles too. I used to be good. I was like, I'm probably what I took a couple L's. I'm not gonna lie. I remember my score too. My what do you call it? My rep, I guess.
Okay.
I'm probably from what I remember. Right now, I'm like 21-15, so 21 wins, 15 losses.
Okay.
So yeah, I was like after 15, I'm like, all right, I'm getting too close to losing more. I'm like, all right, yeah,
Like I'm good.
I think I'm gonna retire.
Quit while I'm ahead.
Yeah, and then another thing is that I felt like as a rapper, I was doing this exact same thing as all the other rappers were doing. I just didn't know what my image was, what I was going for. I was just like following trends and like when I was like, for example, when Juice WRLD was around and XXXTentacion, Playboy Cardi, when they were popping back in my high school days, like, and they still, I think Playboy Cardi's still doing his thing, right? I think. I don't listen to hip hop too much anymore, so I'm not really kept up.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I wasn't doing anything original. It was just like, mumbling here and there. It was just like, trying to make lit vibes for like club bangers and all. So I wasn't
kind of
really
feeling it out.
Yeah.
You didn't have your own style yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until like I said, until quarantine time. Like once quarantine hit, like 2020, that's when I was like experimenting a lot.
Yeah.
And I grew up. My parents, like, they would always put on these rock bands.
Okay.
These hip hop bands. Which, by the way, fun fact is that my real name is Christopher, and you know how I got that name? My father, he had a Biggie Smalls CD, and his favorite rapper was Biggie Smalls.
Wow.
And everybody knows that Biggie Smalls' real name was Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
That's why my father named me Christopher.
That is wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
My original name was supposed to be Eric. I'm like, and then I'm chatting with my friend. I'm like, man, imagine if I was Eric. I don't think that suits me.
Where did Xikani come from?
Xikani.
Xikani.
So Xikani means, and I said this during Heel Fest too. I always say this every time I perform. I always let people know what it means. So it means joy in Nigerian and Egyptian language, but the way I spelled it is differently. The original word is spelled Sekani. Xikani.
Okay.
That's an Egyptian and Nigerian language, but the way I spell it is obviously Xikani, just to make it edgy.
Yeah,
make it
mine. Your way.
Yeah,
make it yours.
And
okay.
that's another thing too. What I want to say is, like, anybody, and because I would love to do this, but like sooner or later I would love to, like, pass down, not yet, obviously later pass down the mantle of Xikani.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would love to pass down the mantle, to someone, and basically for them to be the next Xikani. And not that they're gonna be the next me. So
well, no.
So yeah, so I'm about to explain, right? So you know how there's different, well, I don't know for the audience or anybody that's gonna watch, how there's different versions of Spider-Man out there. Like,
yes.
It's not just, we have a black Puerto Rican Spider-Man now, Miles Morales. So anybody can be behind that mask. Anybody. You could be a girl behind that mask, could be Spider-Girl. So my point is that Xikani is supposed to be a symbol of hope now. It's gonna be that name is not just me. It's a character and a symbol now. I'm gonna make sure of that. So anybody can be Xikani, and just like anybody could be Spider-Man, So anybody can use that name, and anybody. So it's
okay. I like the concept.
It's
just different.
Yeah.
It's something really different and unique.
I just hope that whoever I pass it to treats the name right.
Yeah. Well,
when that time comes, though.
Be selective. Yes, be selective. Make sure they show and prove first.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like, not abuse a name or
that's
tarnish it.
Title. You gotta live up to that.
Yeah,
you gotta
definitely.
On and off camera.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and that's something that people don't realize. On and off camera.
Mm-hmm.
On camera, it's cool, but it just seems more genuine when it's off camera. And really, the only person that sees that is you and God, and that's really all that matters. Mm-hmm. If man don't believe you, then oh well. The person that you help know that you helped them. Anything else you want to share?
So, I think that's really about it. Just the album and the whole what's going on with the development around that, and the upcoming shows. Shout out The Algorithm. That's an upcoming show with S.STREET Media.
Yes,
where I'll be. So
Algorithm
catch me January 31st. Say it again. Oh.
Yes, next week.
So next week, Wednesday,
yes.
Correct? Yes, Wednesday.
Yes. Straight Media, aka Promotions, gonna be in the building.
Period.
So many other people are gonna be in the building.
Right.
Yeah.
And then one of the artists from Heel Fest is gonna be there too.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm gonna try to perform more and more at other open mics and other shows. I'm looking forward. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do the next Heel Fest.
Okay.
You know, because like I have the second album in development, and you
Yeah.
know, I'm so sometimes like my mind gets hectic when I'm like multitasking. So I want to kind of like you
Hey,
know take it one
whatever
step at a
pace
time.
works, yes, whatever pace works for you.
Yeah. So once I get the album going, then I'll be like, okay, let's
To
see what I
focus
can
on
do.
doing some other stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
got you.
definitely. And then just you know like I said, you know, I'm here to now change the industry. Like the first interview, I didn't really speak on like what the goal was or like, you know, but a lot has changed since that first interview, you know.
Yes.
2023 I had a
Yes.
lot of things going on, a lot of things even behind the scenes. And what's funny is that people will never know what you're going through behind the scenes, and they will see your accomplishments though. I accomplished a lot last year, a lot, and I'm so proud of myself.
That's what's
and
up.
and yeah, like I accomplished a lot. My debut album came out. I had 4 music videos, couple interviews, like I said, couple shows. I did Heel Fest, which was the main goal of the end of the year. To close out the year, that was the main
Yes.
goal. I was like, all right, let me see. And you know what's funny is that Heel Fest wasn't when I was dreaming of, you know, putting something together. I was like, what do I do? Like, what do I call it? Where do I start? You know, I was at first I had an idea. I asked my boss, because I work at a live music venue,
Okay.
and I was thinking of doing it there, but like, it's like it was like I don't think that's the place.
Okay.
So I was like, let me see. I'll just you know whoever I network with, I'll
Keep
see.
brainstorming.
Yeah, brainstorming. And around I think around October I think is when I hit up S.STREET Media Math, and that's when we all got together and we just you know that's when it you know
Yeah.
advanced you know.
Yeah, the ball started rolling.
Yeah, and Heel Fest happened, and that was you know but I was never like I never thought it was gonna be as big as it was, you know, like I wasn't. I just thought it was gonna be like a weekly, a little small thing.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, you know what? I kind of want it to be special. I kind of, what do I want this thing to be? You know, I kind of
Yes.
want it to have a meaning. And I was like, you know what? How about a mental health awareness showcase? That would be so dope. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Like I think that's the idea that I should pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I come up with ideas, it turns out small, and then I just be like, like it's funny because other ideas always pop up in my head the next day, and the next day I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't like say anything. Let me see where these ideas take me,
Yes.
and because maybe it might be something bigger than I realize, you know.
Yeah.
And look what happened to Heel Fest. You know,
Yes.
it was it
Yes.
got bigger than what I realized it was gonna be.
Yes. Yes.
And this is the goal with the second album too. It's gonna be bigger than the first album.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
before we shut this down, we're gonna let them know where they can find you at. Let them know all your platforms and how they can reach you. And let me just ask you real quick before you say that: are you an artist who answers inboxes on social media?
I am. I love like I said earlier. I love networking. I love people. I love people. So I'm always, you know, I'm always keeping in touch with everyone that I network with. Always.
Okay.
And I'm just, you know, I'm so happy to meet the people that I do. You know, yeah, no, shout out to JK, shout out Ilea Breeze. She actually the one that I saw her on the show.
Yes,
Yeah.
I interview. Yeah, shout out to Aaliyah Breeze.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is she's one of the artists that I haven't been to her showcase, and I will be eventually. But she's one of the artists where we were talking about this, like, you know, in this game you got to be careful. You know, you got to really be surrounded by good energy.
Yes,
You have to be
yes.
very, you know. And I'm so glad that I had
And
that conversation.
it's okay to be picky.
Yeah, yeah.
It's okay to be picky. It's okay to be like, you know what, they're not for me.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm gonna keep y'all over here and I'm gonna do my thing over here.
Yeah, that was one of my biggest, like, I had last year, and this is one of the things that, like, I want to also, you know, let the people know to be careful about is who you network with, who you surround yourself around, you know, because one of the biggest problems of last year was the people I surrounded myself, who I had around. Like I said, nobody knows what was going around behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like I kept that to myself, you know. Like a lot of people only saw the accomplishments, and you know, behind closed doors, my anxiety was just, you know, through the roof. My depression was just like, and I think it had mostly to do with the people I was just had around, you know, that was in my life. And now that I've separated myself, and the thing is, about me is that I have so much patience and I tolerate a lot. That's just a habit of mine. I'm too nice.
What's your sign?
Sagittarius.
Okay.
Sagittarius are considered like mean or like kind of like antisocial, you know. But me, I have a big heart. I would say I love people. You know, I love the world. You know, I love to, and one of the things that I want to do is change the world, make a difference. You know.
I know that's right. I'm definitely with you on that one because it can be done. People say that, and it's like it could never happen. Like it's impossible, but it's really not. It can happen. So you know, keep that mindset. Stay positive. You definitely have a supporter in me. You know, we definitely going to do this again. You know, maybe before the year is out, maybe next year. Definitely. But we're going to do this again. Definitely. I thank you for wanting to come on my platform again.
Thank you for having me.
This has been a great interview. Shout out to the people that's been listening. I see all of y'all on Facebook, and I thank y'all for watching. I thank y'all for the comments. Yes, greatly appreciated.
Oh, and one last thing. I'm also putting together a collective, so anybody that wants to be a part of the band, I do need a bassist. So if you know any bassists, you know,
okay.
I'm putting together a huge collective. So like I said, I was speaking earlier to one of my homies that is a part of the collective. He's the rapper of the band / group / collective. Because the thing is that I want to, at the end of the year, I want to put together a collective showcase. So, you know, bring together a collective of artists, and we do something special. We do something big, you know. Something big where it's like all the artists are in forefront. Nobody's hosting, nobody's doing. It's just the artists.
Everybody is just there.
Yeah, it's a collective type of showcase, you know. Like yeah, I just want to, like I said, I want to try to open doors for artists. I want to try to like help other artists, you know. No, that's right. Because I like to help. I like to be useful. I like to, you know, you water me, I water you. Yeah. You know, even if they don't water me, I know that the universe will water me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? I love to give. You know, even if I don't receive, I know that I'll receive back from the universe. You know.
And that's exactly how it is. Yeah.
Right.
That's exactly how it is. I feel the same exact way.
Right.
It's gonna come back to me.
Definitely.
And if it don't, I did what I felt like I needed to do at that time.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, and we move on from there. So
definitely. Shout out Kyrie. He's part of the collective. Spirit, the lead guitarist.
Yes. Shout out to
all
of the artists,
everybody that I'm working with.
The entire band.
Yeah, definitely.
And we, like I said, I'm gonna be in touch with you. You already know I share your stuff.
Period.
We're in contact.
Definitely.
You know, so we're definitely gonna try to do this again. Thank you for coming, and thank y'all for listening. And we are out.
You need a quota, and